very few figure this thing will go the distance with the knockout record that they possess. 11 knockouts in 13 fights for Sanford. 70 knockouts in 24 fights for Holmes.
I think what Sanford really has to be fearful of is the fact that Holmes is bound to be a bit sharper. Holmes has already had 2 fights this year. He was busy last year. Young Sanford, on the other hand, hasn't fought since October 30th. It's tough to stay fresh when you're not up there.
Young Sanford, a young man who wants to continue his education. In addition to that Bachelor of Arts degree he got from Pepperdine University, he also got an AA degree in community service, community college in Chicago. Three-time Chicago CYO champion, young Sanford.
Holmes very quick, beating Sanford to the punch very easily right now. He's got a good jab, Stu.
Yeah. We are in round 1. Scheduled 10-rounder. The first of at least 4 heavyweight bouts on our night with the heavyweights here in Las Vegas. Holmes says he talks a lot, not because he's bragging, but because he's got a lot to say. And he likes to use his fist. Let them do a little talking for him. Says if I don't tell people what's going on, nobody else will. He's ranked number 4.
Leaned into that right hand from Holmes that time. That jab getting through.
Seconds to go in round 1 of a scheduled 10-rounder. To begin round 2. Larry Holmes in the red trunks against young Sanford. Real name Fred Houpe, H-O-U-P-E. Changed his name Young Sanford when he turned pro. That was 13 fights ago.
It's early yet, Stu, but Holmes right now is a very impressive fighter. He's a disciplined fighter, straight up. His defense is sound. He's got a good jab. It's tough not to like him.
He's got a good left hand that sticks. Throws that left hand straight out there and really sticks his opponent with it. Early in round 2.
Double up, stick it in his face. Back you right out. Oh. That's it.
Good exchange right there. Excellent exchange. Holmes landing heavily now with a couple of right hands.
He's loading them up, isn't he?
Yes, he is. Sanford trying to weather the storm midway through round 2. He's measuring it. And he's standing by and saying, here it comes, catch it.
It's a measure of maturity, Stu, that he's not in there just wailing away at this point. He's measuring, picking his shots, and getting the job done without a lot of wasted effort.
And he's talking. Sanford is talking to Holmes. Hey, come on, you want to fight? Let's go. 2 of a scheduled 10-rounder that few believe will go the full 10. Larry Holmes on the right. Young Sanford. Holmes, the more experienced fighter of the two. 10 seconds to go in round 2.
J.C. Penney presents a revolution in comfort.
Hanging around 2 now. Holmes leading 30 to 24 in points. Round 3, rather. Round 3. It is Holmes leading by 6 points. He led by 2 points after round 1.
Sanford not hit there, just a slip. Right now, Stu, it's a very simple equation. Holmes beating young Sanford to the punch. Stuck the right hand in there, looped it underneath.
Coming up a little bit later on in the evening, we'll be paying visits to Wilkes-Barre, Pennsylvania. We'll be talking with Muhammad Ali and also the young stud of Howe and Ernie Shavers, both of them getting together on NBC on November the 29th. They're watching the same as we are and as you are.
It's not serious, but right now young Sanford has a little bleeding inside the mouth.
Young Sanford had 100 amateur fights, 85 of them turning out to be victories. A lot of fights, 69 knockouts. Hasn't had too many pro fights, not as many, about half as many as Holmes. Holmes ranked 4th. So, as you said earlier, it's a big chance for young Sanford to really get up there.
You take the flip side of the coin for a guy like Larry Holmes, who's had the rave notices. For him to stumble right here would really be kind of a crushing blow. He can come back. He's young enough, but certainly his glow would be a little dim.
Big step for young Sanford should he pick up the victory. Holmes just standing there, stalking.
Young Sanford has some bad swelling around the left eye right now. But he comes back and scores a good left hand.
Right hand. Just with the right and took a left and a right in exchange from Holmes as he moved in. And a right to the head by young Sanford. Like that left hand of Holmes. It really sticks out there. You have to respect that.
Good right hand.
Good right hand. Very, very fast, but very thorough and hard hitting. And young Sanford just at the bell hit the canvas. Let's look at it again now. See the punch that sends young Sanford down right here.
You're going to see it right here. It'll be an overhand right there. Gets it right on the butt.
You hit him after the bell, didn't he? You hit him after
and down goes Sanford.
Didn't he? No.
Get a look at Larry Holmes in his corner right there.
Seems very confident. Meanwhile, they're trying to work very heavily over on young Sanford on the far side there and see what do to bring him around. So he's got to come back out here for this next round and see if he can get things back together.
Hit him after the bell.
You get a look at him right there. I think just as important as that knockdown right now, Stu, is the left eye of young Sanford. It's swollen.
We're beginning round 4 now. We've had just that one knockdown at the bell at the end of round 3 with Larry Holmes tagging young Sanford with a right hand.
And after 3 rounds, our score is 40 to 34. Holmes out in front.
So he maintains the 6-point lead.
Well, 2 of the judges that time gave young Sanford only a 3-point round.
are in round 4. Larry Holmes facing us now has scored the only knockdown of the fight. Came right at the end of round 3, a right hand. Now we'll find out about young Sanford. He's come back, not throwing too many punches here early in round 4 and taking a few thrown by Holmes.
I think Larry Holmes has gained a measure of respect from Mr. Young Sanford up there. Sanford backing off, backpedaling a little bit for the first time in the fight.
His eyes pretty well scarred up. We're talking about young Sanford now, a young man who went to Wendell Phillips High School in Chicago, played both football and basketball, now trying to make it in the boxing game. Against Larry Holmes, looking at us. One of 12 children born in Georgia. Grew up in Easton, Pennsylvania.
Holmes with a good right hand over the top. That right hand of his is very effective, not only over the top, Stu, but we've seen him loop it underneath a couple of times.
Good exchange. Now it's young Sanford doing some sticking with his left jab. Cross. Winds up like he's going to throw it to right field. Doing a little bit of...
Sanford's best punch of the night, I'd say.
Yep. Good right cross.
J.C. Penney presents a revolution in comfort. Sunbacker.
It's a 14-point lead now for 46. Really piling up some points.
Stu, I'm not sure if it's because that solid right he scored gave him newfound confidence or because the eye is bothering him, but young Sanford definitely more aggressive here in the early stages of round 5. Ran across the ring to join up with Holmes.
Well, he's fallen behind now in the points, kept by the 3 judges. Bill Kibley, Cavet, Cal Miller. Referee, third man in the ring, Buddy Basilico, has no vote in the matter.
I'll tell you, that straight left will dim your enthusiasm in a hurry, won't it?
If you've just joined us, there's been one knockdown in this fight. Larry Holmes knocked young Sanford down with a right hand at the close of round 3. Takes a 14-point lead going into round 5. Holmes on the left of your picture in the red trunks against young Sanford. Once beat, Holmes is undefeated in 24 fights as a pro, and he has 17 knockouts.
We just saw Holmes back against the ropes take a peek into his corner where his trainer, Richie Chigetti, told him, press him. Press young Sanford, stay on top of him.
Each man 27 years old. Holmes now calls Cleveland home. Young Sanford lives in Hollywood. Holmes opening up some heavy attacks down the middle.
As they exchange in the middle, we'll pass along a baseball score to you of great importance in the American League Eastern race. Baltimore went over Toronto 6-5 in the first game of a doubleheader. So the Orioles, pending the outcome of that Red Sox-Yankees game tonight, closed within 2.5.
Boston was 2.5 back going in, and the Yankees will keep you posted on that one.
That left eye of young Sanford's getting very, very bad right now.
Walked into a right hand. Young Sanford did, thrown by Larry Holmes.
He's got some bleeding from beneath that eye, and it's closing fast.
Young Sanford appears to be very weary at this point.
Well, as we alluded to earlier, I think it's difficult to stay sharp when you don't fight, and the man hasn't fought in almost a year.
Holmes measuring him again. Puts his glove on top of his head and holds him there and hits him with the other hand.
Referee Buddy Basilico taking a good look at that eye right now, keeping a good look at that left eye.
10 seconds to go in round 5.
He wants to make sure that young Sanford can still defend himself. He can.
Many adult headaches start with muscle tension.
Is a fighter in the corner what's going on, or what he should do.
Gotta go out there with authority and turn him loose. Hey, you've got to go out there after him now. You got the guts. I know you have. Get out and go after him this time, and don't stop punching.
Okay, we heard Marv Jensen, the manager of young Sanford, telling him exactly what to do as he comes out for round 6. There's your score, guys. 75 for Holmes. A substantial lead right now, and only 58 points for Sanford.
It's kind of a simple message Jensen passed along. Get aggressive because you're trailing, and the eye isn't getting any better. Holmes, meanwhile, going to work on those eyes of young Sanford.
Marv Jensen, we heard a moment ago talking. Young Sanford also was the manager of another former champion from years gone by, Gene Fulmer. Marv, mink rancher in the Utah area. Left hand sticks out. Thrown by Holmes. With some work on
Young Sanford's left eye. The cut is underneath the left eye, but there's considerable swelling above the eye.
And Holmes is working right in that area. We are in round 6. There has been one knockdown. That by Holmes at the bell at the end of round 3. And Holmes with a 17-point lead, according to the judges at ringside, going into the 6th round.
Stu, we've got to wonder at this point just how well young Sanford can see out of that left side.
1 minute to go.
I bet you to say his range of vision is not that great.
He's got a long way to go, too. Works that left jab. Oh, exchange by Holmes.
Young Sanford's game. But at this point, he is being outgunned and outquicked.
And outpunched. Holmes seems quite confident. Right above us. Seconds to go in round 6.
Round
and
2
Ernie
of
Holmes right now has
consider
picked up a 20-point lead. We'll be getting back to Youngstown in a moment. There's the score. It is 90-70. Holmes in front of young Sanford as we begin round 7. We're having a bit of a technical problem reaching Ernie Shavers in Youngstown. We'll be getting to him just as quickly as that problem is corrected.
You heard Ali say that this one should be stopped. And at this point, Stu, I think we have to agree with him as we sit here. Young Sanford's eye is in very bad shape, and Holmes looks sharp.
Now referee Buddy Basilico steps in, stops it. That's it. He has stopped it. That eye, just too much to wear here. And referee Buddy Basilico says that's it. So Larry Holmes
won 2 previous championships.